Under a fading twilight, Evelyn stood at the threshold of her modest apartment, a small suitcase in hand. The air outside was cool, and the city hummed with the last whispers of daylight. Yet within her heart, a profound disquiet had settled, a yearning for answers to questions she had long buried beneath the routine of everyday life. For months, the spark of inspiration had dwindled into a quiet void, and now, with nothing left to tether her to the familiar, she resolved to embark on a journey of self-discovery. Earlier that autumn morning, an unexpected letter had arrived. Penned in an elegant yet mysterious hand, the letter spoke of forgotten places and hinted at secrets buried deep within the human soul. It beckoned her to seek out an old manor on the edge of a coastal town, a place where time itself seemed to have paused. The words resonated with something within her, stirring dormant desires to explore not only the landscapes of a long-forgotten estate, but also the uncharted territories of her inner world. Evelyn's journey began at a bustling train station on the city's outskirts. Boarding a vintage locomotive, she watched as urban sprawl gave way to the gentle rhythm of countryside. Rolling hills dappled with golden fields blurred past the window, each scene evoking memories of childhood wonder. The soft clack of the train's wheels on the rails soon became a meditative mantra, a steady pulse that echoed the quiet beats of her own heart. In the solitude of her compartment, Evelyn allowed her mind to wander freely. She recalled days of unbridled enthusiasm, when every moment brimmed with possibility. Now, the monotony of adult life had muted that sense of magic. Yet as the train chugged steadily onward, she felt a stirring, a delicate, persistent whisper urging her to reclaim that lost spark. After several hours, the train pulled into a small, sleepy station nestled in a coastal town. The platform was almost deserted, illuminated only by the soft glow of a solitary lamp. Clutching the letter, Evelyn stepped into the cool night air. The town, with its weathered stone buildings and narrow winding streets, exuded a timeless charm. It was here, on the fringe of the modern world, that the promise of ancient mystery awaited. Guided by an inner compass, Evelyn soon found herself at the outskirts of town, where a sprawling manor loomed like a relic of another era. The grand yet melancholic building was draped in ivy, its stone facade softened by the passage of time. As she approached, a heavy silence enveloped her, punctuated only by the whisper of wind through broken windows. Hesitant, yet driven by an irresistible pull, she stepped through the creaking doorway into the manor's shadowy interior. Inside, the manor unfolded as a labyrinth of dark hallways and deserted chambers. Each room bore the traces of lives once lived: faded portraits, dust-covered furniture, and the lingering scent of long-forgotten memories. Evelyn wandered slowly, her footsteps echoing on the creaking wooden floor. In one room, she discovered a large, ornate mirror. Although tarnished by age, its surface reflected not only her image, but also the depths of her introspection. In that silent moment, she sensed that the manor was more than a mere building. It was a repository of human emotion and history. Deep within the manor, in a sunlit atrium where dust motes danced like tiny specters in slivers of light, Evelyn found a sanctuary of quiet reflection. Here the air was thick with the weight of time, and every surface whispered secrets of the past. Seated on a worn velvet settee, she recalled the final lines of the mysterious letter. In the echoes of forgotten whispers, you will find the key to your own awakening. The words stirred something deep within her, a hope that the manor held not only relics of history, but also the promise of inner transformation. Compelled to explore further, Evelyn ventured down a narrow corridor lined with portraits whose eyes seemed to follow her every move. The interplay of flickering candlelight and shifting shadows cast an eerie, yet mesmerizing atmosphere. At the corridor's end, she discovered a small, secluded chamber. The room was modest, its simplicity belying an inexplicable energy that vibrated softly in the air. Upon an old wooden table lay a bundle of letters, tied with a faded ribbon. With trembling hands, she untied the ribbon and unfolded the first letter. In those carefully penned words, she recognized echoes of her own longings and the silent cries of a heart in search of truth. Sitting amid relics of a forgotten past, Evelyn realized that every journey outward was also a voyage inward, a quest to reclaim the wonder and depth that had been eroded by time. The manor, with its crumbling walls and silent stories, mirrored her own inner landscape, marked by the scars of everyday trials, yet still pulsing with the potential for renewal. In that charged atmosphere, a quiet awakening began to stir within her, heralding the start of a profound transformation. With a deep, steadying breath, she gathered the letters and the fragile journal scattered on the table. Each fragment, a remnant of lives once lived, now served as a mirror reflecting her own hidden depths. As she stepped back into the cool night, casting one last glance at the manor bathed in moonlight, Evelyn felt a newfound resolve. The journey had only just begun, and she was ready to embrace the mysteries that lay ahead. At dawn's gentle arrival, Evelyn left the manor behind, carrying with her the weight of the mysterious letters and the tender stirrings of her awakened spirit. The coastal town slowly came to life as the pastel hues of morning spread across the sky. With each step along a narrow, winding path away from the manor, she felt the quiet energy of the past merging with the promise of a new beginning. The path led her through an overgrown garden where wildflowers fought for space amid tangled vines and crumbling stone. Each step became an act of reclaiming beauty from neglect, a symbol of the resilience that lay hidden in the seemingly forgotten. As she walked, Evelyn revisited the contents of the letters. They spoke of love lost and dreams deferred, of an unyielding quest for a truth that transcended the fleeting nature of mortal life. The faded words seemed to whisper secrets of hope and renewal, a silent invitation to mend the fractures within her soul. Drawn by a mysterious intuition, she soon found herself at a weathered stone bridge arching gracefully over a murmuring stream. The crystal-clear water, reflecting the emerging light of the day, created a shimmering mosaic that danced with each ripple. Standing on the bridge, Evelyn allowed the gentle murmur of the stream to envelop her, feeling as though the water's continuous flow mirrored the ceaseless rhythm of life itself. In that serene moment, she felt a deep cleansing, a renewal of spirit, as if the cool, clear water washed away the remnants of past sorrows. Emboldened by this quiet renewal, Evelyn continued her journey toward a rugged cliff reputed to offer breathtaking views of the endless ocean. The ascent was steep and challenging. Each upward step was both a physical exertion and a symbolic climb toward higher understanding. The path was strewn with loose stones and wild brambles, yet with every determined step, she felt herself rising above the limitations of her past, a transcendent movement toward clarity and insight. Upon reaching the summit of the cliff, Evelyn was met by an awe-inspiring vista. The ocean stretched endlessly before her, a vast canvas of shifting blues and grays, and the wind roared like a primordial song, carrying with it the salty tang of the sea. Here, at the precipice of the world, The eternal cycle of nature unfolded in a mesmerizing display. The ceaseless ebb and flow of the tides echoed the perennial rhythms of existence, reminding her that every ending gave birth to a new beginning. Seated on a weathered rock at the edge of the cliff, Evelyn unfolded one of the letters once more. The elegant script, though softened by time, spoke of a once vibrant era when every moment pulsed with significance. As she read, memories of her childhood, of days when the world was filled with wonder and every experience brimmed with magic, washed over her. In that reflective solitude, she felt a profound connection to the past, a shared heartbeat with those who had come before, each soul striving to make sense of life's enigma. The raw beauty of the ocean, combined with the poignant words of the letter, stirred in her a deep sense of renewal. The pain of past losses and the weariness of unfulfilled dreams began to soften, replaced by a tender hope that transcended the boundaries of time. Evelyn recognized that her journey was not merely an escape from the monotony of modern life. It was a courageous quest to rediscover the light hidden within the darkest corners of her heart. As the sun ascended higher, bathing the landscape in a warm golden glow, Evelyn reluctantly began her descent from the cliff. Each step downward was imbued with purpose, as she carried with her the insights gleaned from the silent majesty of the ocean and the profound lessons of the rugged heights. The path back to town, though still quiet, now felt alive with possibility. Every whisper of the wind and rustle of leaves seemed to affirm that the quest for truth was as natural and eternal as the changing of the seasons. On her way, Evelyn encountered locals who, though initially reserved, soon shared their own stories of hope, loss, and renewal. An elderly man with kind, weathered eyes spoke softly of life's fleeting beauty and the importance of embracing every moment. His words, simple yet profound, resonated with Evelyn and affirmed her belief that every individual's journey was interwoven with the larger tapestry of human experience. By the time she reached the town's edge, the bustling activity of the day had taken over. Yet Evelyn's heart remained quietly stirred by the secrets of the morning. Though she carried unanswered questions with her, she also felt the reassuring presence of newfound clarity, a realization that the path to understanding was paved with both inquiry and quiet acceptance. Each step had transformed her, leaving an indelible imprint of hope and possibility. With the letters and her journal safely tucked away, Evelyn prepared to spend the remainder of the day absorbing the gentle rhythms of this coastal haven. The promise of further discovery beckoned, and she knew that the journey was only beginning. The echoes of forgotten whispers, the lessons of the ancient manor, and the soulful dialogue with nature had all merged into a vibrant call to continue seeking, questioning, and ultimately to embrace the unfolding mystery of life. That evening, as twilight draped the coastal town in a soft indigo glow, Evelyn returned to a small guest house where she would spend the night. The warm light spilling from the windows of the guest house contrasted sharply with the deep shadows of the world outside. Yet inside, she found a comforting sense of belonging. Here, among fellow travelers and kindred spirits, the quiet reflections of the day could be shared, and the raw fragments of her experience could begin to coalesce into meaning. Sitting by a window that overlooked a tranquil courtyard, Evelyn pulled out her journal. In the gentle solitude of that room, she began to write. Her pen glided across the paper, capturing the vivid impressions of the day. The melancholic grandeur of the manor, the soothing murmur of the stream beneath the stone bridge, and the infinite expanse of the ocean viewed from the cliff's edge. With each word, she sought to articulate the ineffable, a delicate interplay between light and shadow, hope and despair, existence and eternity. Her writing became both a meditation and a testimony, a way to forge a connection between her inner life and the wider world around her. As dusk deepened, her reflections grew more intimate. She recalled the moment on the cliff when the roar of the ocean seemed to merge with the pulse of the universe itself. In that instant, the boundaries between her soul and the vast, eternal sea had vanished. It was as if the cosmos had revealed a hidden truth, that every ending was merely the threshold of a new beginning, that every sorrow held the seed of renewal. Such insights filled her with both wonder and gratitude, a recognition that life's perpetual cycle was a gift, however fleeting or fragile it might seem. Over the following days, Evelyn immersed herself in the rhythms of the town. She wandered along deserted beaches at sunrise, her footprints in the sand echoing the ephemeral nature of her existence. She spent quiet afternoons in small cafes, engaging in gentle conversations with locals and fellow wanderers. Each interaction, though brief, added another layer to the rich tapestry of her experience, a subtle reminder that the search for meaning was not a solitary endeavor, but a shared journey among all who dared to look deeply into life. One cool, crisp evening, Evelyn attended a small gathering on the beach where a diverse group of souls had assembled around a crackling bonfire. Under the vast starlit sky, stories of love, loss, and transformation flowed freely. In that intimate circle, surrounded by kindred spirits, she found both solace and inspiration. The collective wisdom of the group reaffirmed her belief that every individual's path, no matter how solitary it might seem, was intrinsically linked to the universal quest for truth. In the days that followed, Evelyn dedicated herself to preserving the fragments of her journey. She expanded her journal with sketches and photographs that captured the fleeting beauty of a dew-laden leaf, the play of light on ancient stone, and the ever-changing moods of the sea. Each creative act was a testament to the power of observation and the quiet eloquence of nature. Through these expressions, she began to understand that sharing her inner journey was itself a form of healing, a way to connect with others and to honor the sacred mystery of being. Yet in the midst of newfound connections and the gentle hum of communal life, Evelyn often retreated into moments of solitary reflection. In the quiet early mornings or during the hushed pauses between lively conversations, she would revisit the memories of the manor and the stirring mystery of the letters. In those moments, the silent voice of destiny grew louder, urging her to continue exploring the depths of her own soul. She recognized that the journey was not about reaching a final destination, but about embracing the perpetual inquiry that brought her ever closer to her true self. One brisk evening, as autumn's chill began to settle over the coastal town, Evelyn found herself once again at the edge of a wind-swept cliff. The landscape had subtly transformed. The wildflowers had given way to bare grasses, and the horizon carried a muted, introspective tone. Standing there, with the cold wind tangling her hair and the ocean murmuring ancient lullabies below, she felt a deep sense of continuity. In that moment, the inevitability of change and the promise of renewal converged into a single, luminous insight. Every ending is but a prelude to another beginning. With eyes closed and heart open, she listened to the soft, timeless melody of the wind, a melody that spoke of hope, loss, and the inexhaustible beauty of transformation. In that embrace of nature's symphony, Evelyn felt her spirit expand. The fragments of her journey, the silent whispers of the manor, the poetic messages in the letters, the soulful roar of the ocean, merged into an enduring affirmation of life's mystery and grace. As the final light of day gave way to the deep velvet of night, Evelyn returned to her guest house. There, in the quiet solitude of her room, she penned a final reflection on her journey thus far. She wrote of the lessons learned, the beauty rediscovered, and the understanding that the quest for meaning was an ever-unfolding tapestry, woven from both joy and sorrow. The echoes of forgotten whispers had become her guiding light, a promise that, no matter how dark the night, the dawn was always near. With a gentle smile and a heart renewed by the experiences of these transformative days, Evelyn closed her journal. As she gazed out at the starlit sky, she understood that her journey was far from over. Each day held the potential for further discovery, each moment an opportunity to embrace the delicate balance of existence. And so, beneath the quiet gaze of the cosmos, she vowed to continue her silent journey, ever onward, ever curious, and ever open to the infinite echoes of forgotten whispers.